Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're coming in with another classic Spanish recipe that's not only packed with a ton of flavors, but it's the kind of food that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. We're talking a Spanish vegetarian chickpea stew. This is known in Spain as un potaje de garbanzos a la Andaluza. And let me tell you, this dish has layer upon layer of so many beautiful flavors. It truly is effortless to put together. And the best part, it's all done in about 40 minutes. Folks, serve this dish next to a crunchy baguette, and of course a bottle of Spanish red wine, more specifically from the region of Jumilla. You're gonna have yourself one heck of a fabulous meal. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. La Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com. Let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to drain 2 cans of chickpeas into a colander and rinse the chickpeas under some water. The size of the cans that I'm using are 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams each. Then we'll cut 2 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry, each one to small bite-sized pieces that are half an inch thick, which is about 1.25 centimeters. To make this recipe, important to use potatoes that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better in stews. As always, I'm using Yukon Golds, but you can also use new potatoes, Golden Delight, or even red potatoes. And we'll also finely chop 1 small onion, roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic, finely chop 1 green bell pepper, and roughly chop 1 carrot that's been peeled. For the next step, let's start cooking our dish. I'm going to heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll add in 20 blanched almonds and 4 whole cloves of garlic with the skins removed. You can also use almonds with skins here if you like. And you want to make sure to mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly, which will give them a bitter flavor, and they all evenly saute. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the ingredients are lightly sauteed, we'll transfer them into a mortar and then set it aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, we'll add in all the chopped vegetables, except for the potatoes. And once again, you want to make sure to mix this around continuously, that way all the vegetables evenly saute. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the veggies are lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar, which is 15 milliliters. You can also use red wine vinegar here, or even apple cider vinegar. We'll also add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams, and half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll add in 2 tomatoes that have been finely grated. You can substitute this for half a cup of canned tomato sauce or passata, which is 125 grams. And season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes without mixing the mixture. After a couple minutes, and the grated tomato has slightly thickened, we'll add in the chopped potatoes, the drained chickpeas, and just enough vegetable broth to barely cover the ingredients, which is 3 cups in my case, or 720 milliliters. You can use other liquids here, such as chicken broth or even water. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. Then we'll add in 1 bay leaf, turn it up to a high heat, and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the stock pot and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this between 15 to 20 minutes or until those potatoes are just cooked through. In the meantime, let's move back to the mortar with the almonds and garlic. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is about 8 grams, and a kiss of sea salt. And using a pestle, we'll pound down on the mixture until we form a paste-like texture. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can also use a food processor, handheld blender, or even a NutriBullet. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. After 15 to 20 minutes, we'll remove the lid. And at this point, those potatoes should be perfectly cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick, and if it easily goes in there, but with some resistance, they are ready to go. For the final step, I'm going to add in the almond and garlic mixture. And we'll give it one final mix until it's well mixed together. And let me tell you, that almond and garlic mixture is not only going to help thicken the stew, but is what takes this dish to the next level of goodness. Then we'll move the stock pot from the heat, transfer some of the stew into a shallow bowl, and garnish with some fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish vegetarian chickpea stew is done, packed with so much goodness, super easy to make, and all done in about 40 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, un potaje de garbanzos a la Andaluza. This I am so excited to try because it smells so amazing. Plus, look how beautiful this turned out. And it's still piping hot. Look at that. Here we go. Sorry, I gotta come in for a second bite. This is just too good. That's too hot. First things first, with that first bite, it instantly fills your body with so much goodness and it warms your soul. But for me, the beauty here is that we used very simple ingredients, super easy to make, and got so much flavor out of this dish. And the almond and garlic mixture truly takes the stew to the next level. Once again, give this a try at home, serve it next to a crunchy baguette, and that bottle of Spanish wine from the region of Jumilla. You're gonna have yourself one of the best meals of your life. Real quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Marco Steenburgen, Holly Parker, Rogelio Jr. Rivera, and Elaine Engros. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That we can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.